So, what's up everyone, Tina here, and welcome to the AI Prosperity Hub. This is the spot where we break down the complex world of artificial intelligence, innovation, and how it all connects back to building real, tangible wealth in this new era. We're not just talking about abstract concepts or far-off futures. We're focused on the practical applications, the emerging trends, and the strategies that you can actually use. It's about decoding what's happening right now and figuring out the smartest moves to make. We're here to cut through the noise and give you the clear, concise insights you need. Today, we're diving deep into something I think is incredibly important for anyone paying attention to the tech landscape. We're looking at 5 bold, emerging AI trends that aren't just hypotheticals. These are shifts happening under the surface that have the very real potential to fundamentally change your life within the next 12 months. This isn't about some distant sci-fi future. This is about the immediate horizon. These are the waves that are just starting to form. And if you can see them coming, you'll be in a prime position to ride them instead of being knocked over. And that's really the core of what this video is about: opportunity. We're going to explore real, actionable opportunities to build a new business, to make smarter investments, or to pivot your career into a high-demand field. This is for the people who want to get ahead of the curve, who understand that timing is everything. It's about recognizing the pattern before it becomes obvious to everyone else. The biggest gains, both financially and professionally, often go to those who move first, and that requires understanding these shifts before they become mainstream headlines. So whether you're an entrepreneur looking for your next big idea, a freelancer wanting to future-proof your skills, an investor searching for that next pocket of explosive growth, or even if you're just genuinely curious about where our world is headed, you're in the right place. This video is designed for you. Also, quick note, we have subtitles available in multiple languages, so feel free to share this with anyone, anywhere in the world. Stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that thanks button if you get some value today, and for bonus content, you can join as a channel member. Now let's dive into what's next in AI and how you can benefit from it. Alright, first up on the list, AI-driven personal finance agents. Now I know what you might be thinking. We've had budgeting apps for years, things that track your spending and show you pie charts of where your money went. Mint, YNAB, all those tools were great for what they were. But what we're talking about here is a massive leap forward. This is not just about tracking the past. It's about actively shaping your financial future. These new AI agents are designed to be proactive, predictive, and deeply personalized in a way that previous tech just couldn't achieve. They represent a fundamental shift from passive data collection to active financial co-piloting. Imagine an intelligence living inside your banking app that functions less like a calculator and more like a seasoned financial advisor. It's an entity that has a complete, holistic view of your entire financial life. Your income, your spending habits, your savings goals, your investments, even your tax situation. It's not just logging transactions after the fact. Instead, it's constantly running simulations, analyzing patterns, and looking for opportunities in real time. It's the difference between reading a history book about your finances and having a strategist in the room with you, planning the next chapter. The goal here is to transcend simple expense tracking. These tools will do more than just tell you that you spent too much on coffee last month. They will advise you on complex financial decisions. They will help you plan for long-term goals like retirement or a down payment, and in some cases, with your permission, they will even act on your behalf to optimize your financial standing. We're talking about a level of automation and intelligence that was previously only accessible to the ultra-wealthy who could afford a team of human advisors. This technology is set to democratize sophisticated financial management for everyone. Think about the sheer power of that. An advisor that never sleeps, that processes millions of data points in a second, and that is entirely dedicated to your personal financial well-being. It's not just about saving a few bucks here and there. It's about fundamentally restructuring how you interact with your money, moving from a reactive state of anxiety and confusion to a proactive state of control and confidence. This is where AI stops being a novelty and starts becoming an indispensable utility for everyday life, changing the game for personal finance as we know it. So let's break down exactly what this looks like in practice. One of the biggest areas of impact will be tax optimization. For the average person, navigating the tax code is a nightmare. It's complex, it's constantly changing, and it's easy to miss out on deductions and credits you're entitled to. An AI agent could analyze your income streams, your business expenses if you're a freelancer, and even your investment activities throughout the year. It would then proactively identify strategies to legally reduce your tax liability, suggesting specific actions you can take long before it's time to file, ensuring you're not leaving money on the table. Then there's the investment side of things. Traditional robo-advisors are pretty good, but they're often based on simple questionnaires and broad risk profiles. A truly intelligent AI agent goes deeper. It understands your specific lifestyle, your short-term cash flow needs, and your long-term ambitions. It can then recommend custom investment portfolios that go beyond a generic aggressive or conservative label. It might suggest a mix of stocks, bonds, real estate, and even alternative assets like crypto, all tailored to your unique financial DNA and dynamically adjusted as market conditions change. But it's not just about the big picture stuff. It also excels at the day-to-day. Imagine getting an alert on your phone, not after you've overspent, but before. The AI, understanding your budget and your upcoming bills, could send you a notification saying, "Hey, you've got a big dinner planned for tonight, but your electricity bill is due tomorrow. If you proceed, you'll dip into your savings goal for this month." Suggestion: use your rewards points for dinner instead. This kind of proactive, contextual guidance is what prevents financial mistakes before they happen, keeping you on track without constant manual effort. And perhaps the most powerful feature is its ability to build a passive income plan tailored specifically to you. By analyzing your skills, your available capital, and your risk tolerance, the AI could generate a step-by-step roadmap. It might suggest anything from investing in dividend stocks to setting up a high-yield savings account, or even identifying a niche for a small online business you could start. It's not just an advisor. It's a wealth creation engine, working for you 24/7. This is what makes it a 10x improvement over a human advisor. It's faster, always on, and deeply integrated into your daily financial life. So, where's the opportunity in all of this? It's a massive one. And it's not just for the big, established financial institutions. In fact, the big banks are often slow to innovate. They're dealing with legacy systems, regulatory hurdles, and a corporate culture that doesn't always move at the speed of tech. This creates a perfect opening for smaller, more agile players to come in and capture a significant piece of the market. The key is to not try to build a one-size-fits-all solution that competes directly with Chase or Bank of America from day one. Instead, the real opportunity lies in building or investing in niche financial AI tools. Think about specific demographics with unique financial challenges. For example, freelancers and gig economy workers have notoriously unpredictable income streams and complex tax situations. A dedicated AI finance agent designed specifically for them, one that helps with quarterly tax estimates, managing variable income, and planning for retirement without a 401k, would be an absolute game changer. It's a massive, underserved market that the big banks have largely ignored. Or consider the world of crypto traders and Web3 enthusiasts. Their financial lives are incredibly complex, involving multiple wallets, decentralized finance protocols, and a whole different set of tax implications with things like staking rewards and NFT trades. An AI tool that could consolidate all of that information, track portfolio performance across different blockchains, and provide DeFi strategy recommendations would be invaluable. By focusing on a specific high-need niche like this, you can build a product that your target audience can't live without. This is your chance to get in on the ground floor. While the big banks are still figuring out how to implement basic AI chatbots, you could be dominating a vertical market. The strategy is to build a tool that solves a very specific, very painful problem for a clearly defined group of people. If you can do that, You can build a loyal user base and establish a strong brand presence before the larger corporations even realize the opportunity exists. The time to build or invest is now, while the field is still wide open and you have the chance to become the go-to solution for your niche. Alright, next up, let's shift gears from personal finance to the world of marketing. And what we're seeing here is a revolution that makes the last decade of digital advertising look like ancient history. We're moving into an era of real-time, AI-powered, hyper-personalized marketing. For years, personalization has been the holy grail for advertisers. It started with simple things like inserting a customer's first name into an email. Then it evolved to retargeting, where an ad for a product you looked at follows you around the internet. But what's coming next is on an entirely different level. These new systems are not just personalized, they are adaptive. They can dynamically change and rewrite marketing content based on a huge array of real-time signals. We're talking about systems that can analyze a user's mood based on the speed and pattern of their scrolling, the way they linger on certain images, or even, with permission, their facial expressions captured through a webcam. It sounds like science fiction, but the technology is rapidly becoming a reality. It's about creating a marketing experience that feels like it was crafted for you in this exact moment. So, picture this scenario. You're browsing an e-commerce site and an ad for a new pair of headphones pops up. The AI detects from your rapid scrolling and quick clicks that you're in a hurry. You're likely looking for specs and efficiency. So, the ad headline instantly rewrites itself to be bold and direct. Noise canceling, 30-hour battery, buy now. But later, another user visits the same page. The AI detects their scrolling slowly, pausing on lifestyle images. The ad adapts, showing a softer headline. Immerse yourself in pure sound. Your escape awaits. Same product, same ad placement, but two completely different messages tailored to the user's immediate context. This isn't just about changing a few words. It's about dynamically altering the entire message, the tone, the visuals, the call to action, to perfectly match the user's current mindset and behavior. This is the end of the one-size-fits-all ad campaign. We are entering a world where every single marketing touchpoint is a unique, one-of-one experience, created on the fly by an AI that understands the user on a deeply personal level. The implications for businesses, both large and small, are absolutely staggering. Let's drill down into some specific examples of how this adaptive content engine will work. Take online articles or blog posts. Imagine reading a product review, and the AI on the page detects that you're skimming past the technical specifications. In real time, the system could collapse those sections and instead expand the part of the review that talks about user experience and design, because that's what you seem more interested in. The ads embedded within that article would also rewrite themselves while you're reading, shifting from feature-focused to benefit-focused language to better match your engagement. This extends powerfully to video content. Think about the product videos you see on social media. Right now, a brand creates one video and hopes it resonates with a broad audience. In this new paradigm, the video itself is customized to your viewing habits. If the AI knows you primarily engage with fast-paced, meme-heavy TikToks, it will serve you a version of the product video that is cut in that style. Quick edits, trending audio, on-screen text. But if your viewing history is dominated by longer, more cinematic YouTube videos, it will serve you a beautifully shot, slower-paced version of the same ad. Email marketing campaigns will also be completely transformed. Currently, we might segment an email list and send slightly different versions to different groups. With adaptive AI, the campaign is fluid. An email could be sent with a specific tone and set of visuals. But if the AI detects through pixel tracking that a user isn't engaging, it could trigger a follow-up email where the tone shifts from professional to casual, or the product images change from studio shots to user-generated content. It's a constant process of A/B testing happening at the individual level for every single recipient. The result of all this is pretty clear: conversion rates are going to explode. When marketing feels less like an interruption and more like a helpful, intuitive conversation, people are far more likely to engage and make a purchase. This is the technology that will finally allow small businesses to compete effectively with mega corporations. They won't need a massive marketing department. They'll just need the right AI tool that can create these ridiculously effective, adaptive campaigns at scale, leveling the playing field in a way we've never seen before. So if you're an entrepreneur or an aspiring founder, what's your move here? How do you capitalize on this massive shift? The most direct path is to start an AI-powered advertising agency. This wouldn't be a traditional agency that just designs campaigns. This would be a tech-first agency that specializes in implementing and managing these adaptive content systems for other businesses. You would be the expert who helps e-commerce stores, SaaS companies, and other clients integrate this technology into their marketing stack and watch their conversion rates soar. Alternatively, if you're more of a builder, the opportunity is to create a SaaS tool that does this directly. You could develop a platform that builds this adaptive content for e-commerce brands. Imagine a Shopify plugin that automatically analyzes a store's traffic and rewrites product descriptions, headlines, and promotional pop-ups in real time for each visitor. You would be providing a powerful, automated solution that is fast, relatively cheap to operate once built, and delivers an incredible return on investment for your customers. That's a recipe for a very successful SaaS business. The key is to focus on making this technology accessible. Right now, building these kinds of systems from scratch is complex and expensive, putting it out of reach for most small and medium-sized businesses. Your goal would be to productize it. Create a simple, intuitive dashboard where a business owner can set their goals, connect their data sources, and let the AI do the heavy lifting. You're not just selling a tool, you're selling a competitive advantage that was previously unattainable for them. The market for this is going to be enormous. Every business that sells anything online will eventually need this to stay competitive. By getting in early, you can establish yourself as a leader in this new category of marketing technology. Whether you choose the agency model or the SaaS model, the core principle is the same. You are leveraging AI to make marketing smarter, more personal, and ridiculously effective. The barrier to entry is still relatively low, but that window is closing fast. The time to start building is right now. All right, so for idea number 3, we're moving away from the things you directly interact with on your phone or computer and into the massive, invisible network that gets those things to you in the first place. I'm talking about supply chain and logistics. Now, I know it doesn't sound as flashy as a personal finance bot or hyper-personalized ads, but trust me, the impact here is arguably even bigger. For decades, logistics has been a game of estimations, buffers, and reacting to problems after they've already caused delays. A container ship gets stuck, a storm hits a major port, a factory has an unexpected shutdown. These are the moments that create chaos, drive up prices, and leave shelves empty. The current system is fundamentally reactive. A giant, complex machine that's always playing catch-up. But what if it could be proactive? What if the system knew about the problem before it even became a problem? That's the paradigm shift AI is bringing to the table. We're talking about moving from a world of educated guesses to one of data-driven predictions with an insane degree of accuracy. Think about the sheer volume of data points involved in a single shipment. Weather patterns, port traffic, truck driver availability, warehouse capacity, geopolitical tensions, social media sentiment indicating a potential labor strike. No human or team of humans can possibly process all of that in real time. But for an AI, it's just another Tuesday. This is where the magic really happens, turning logistics from a clunky, fragile system into a smart, resilient, self-healing network. This isn't some far-off futuristic concept. The biggest players in the game, your Amazons, your Walmarts, they're already deep into this. They've been building and refining these proprietary AI systems for years, and it's a huge part of their competitive advantage. It's why they can promise next-day or even same-day delivery with such reliability. Their AI models are constantly running simulations, optimizing routes on the fly, and predicting demand with a level of granularity that's almost scary. They know a storm is brewing in the Atlantic, and can reroute a shipment through a different port, automatically lining up new trucking and warehousing, all before the first raindrop even falls. It's a silent superpower that operates completely behind the scenes. The real story, though, isn't what the giants are doing now. It's about what happens when this power becomes accessible to everyone else. Right now, there's a massive gap between the capabilities of a mega corporation and, say, a small to medium-sized business, a local fashion brand or a regional food supplier. They're still stuck in the old world of spreadsheets, phone calls, and reacting to disasters. They don't have teams of data scientists or the capital to build a custom AI logistics engine from scratch. But that's changing, and it's changing fast. The opportunity here is to bridge that gap, to democratize this predictive power and bring it to the masses. So let's get specific. What does a predictive AI logistics system actually look like in practice? Imagine you run a company that imports artisanal coffee beans from South America to the US. Your entire business depends on a smooth, predictable supply chain. An AI platform plugged into your operations would be constantly scanning for risks. It would see a forecast for an unusually severe hurricane season in the Caribbean, cross-reference that with historical shipping lane data, and flag your usual route as high risk 3 months in advance. It would then suggest an alternative route, maybe a slightly longer one through the Pacific, and calculate the marginal cost increase versus the potential multi-week delay of the original route. But it goes so much deeper than just weather. The AI would monitor social and political news from the regions your coffee comes from. Let's say it detects a significant uptick in online chatter among port workers in Colombia about a potential labor strike. It analyzes the sentiment, the key players involved, and historical precedents, and assigns a 75% probability of a strike occurring within the next 30 days. It would then automatically alert you, not with a vague warning, but with a concrete action plan, potential strike at Port of Cartagena. Recommend diverting 60% of Q4 shipments to Port of Buenaventura. We have pre-booked tentative capacity. Please confirm by Friday. This is proactive problem solving on a whole new level. This system also optimizes for efficiency and waste reduction, which is a huge deal, especially for perishable goods. Think about a food supplier shipping fresh produce. The AI knows the exact shelf life of the strawberries in a given container. It monitors their real-time temperature and humidity via IoT sensors. It knows that if the truck gets stuck in traffic for more than 2 hours, a certain percentage of that shipment will spoil. So, it actively reroutes the truck around the congestion based on live traffic data, not just to save time, but to save the product itself. It's a constant, dynamic calculation of time, cost, and quality, ensuring that waste is minimized before it even has a chance to occur. And the final piece is communication. Right now, when a delay happens, it creates a messy chain reaction of phone calls and emails. The supplier has to call the retailer has to update their inventory system, and so on. With an integrated AI system, that communication is automated and instantaneous. The moment the AI decides to reroute a shipment, it can automatically notify the retailer's inventory system, update the delivery ETA on the customer-facing website, and even adjust the marketing campaigns for that product, all without a single human needing to pick up the phone. It turns a chaotic game of telephone into a seamless, synchronized flow of information across the entire value chain. So the big question is, where's the opportunity in all of this for you? Well, it's pretty clear. As I mentioned, the Amazons of the world have already built their own massive, complex, and ridiculously expensive AI systems. The opportunity isn't to compete with them head-on. The opportunity is to build the tools for everyone else. Small and medium-sized businesses, or SMBs, are the backbone of the economy, but they're currently operating with a huge technological disadvantage in logistics. They need these predictive capabilities to survive and compete, but they can't afford a custom-built solution. They need something that's plug and play. This is where the startup idea comes into focus. Building a SaaS, software as a service platform specifically for these businesses. Think of it as a Shopify for logistics AI, a simple, intuitive platform where a small business owner can sign up, connect their existing shipping and inventory data, and within minutes, have access to a powerful predictive engine. You're not selling them a complex algorithm, you're selling them peace of mind. You're selling them a dashboard that gives them a clear, simple overview of their supply chain health, with predictive alerts and actionable recommendations right at their fingertips. No data science degree required. You could even specialize further. Instead of a one-size-fits-all solution, you could build a platform tailored to the unique needs of a specific industry. For example, an AI logistics platform for the craft beer industry that understands the complexities of cold chain shipping and state-by-state distribution laws, or a platform for independent fashion brands that can predict textile sourcing delays and recommend alternative suppliers. By niching down, you can create a tool that is incredibly valuable to a specific set of customers and become the undisputed leader in that vertical before the bigger, more generic players even notice the market exists. The business model is straightforward and proven, a subscription-based service. A monthly fee gets you access to the prediction engine, the dashboard, and the automated alerts. You could offer different tiers, a basic plan for simple tracking and alerts, and a premium plan that includes advanced features like automated rerouting and supplier recommendations. You're providing immense value by saving these businesses time, money, and the massive headaches that come with supply chain disruptions. You're essentially selling them an insurance policy powered by AI, and in today's volatile world, that's a product that practically sells itself. This isn't just a good idea, it's a necessary one. So, let's talk about education. For the longest time, the model has been pretty static. You have a teacher, a textbook, maybe a pre-recorded video course. It's a one-to-many approach, and it's fundamentally inefficient. What if you're a fast learner? You get bored. What if you're struggling with a specific concept? You get left behind. It's a system built on averages, but nobody is truly average. This is where AI isn't just an incremental improvement. It's a fundamental paradigm shift. We're moving from a broadcast model of education to a conversational one, and that changes everything about how we acquire and master new abilities. The next frontier is the AI-powered personal tutor. And I'm not talking about a slightly smarter chatbot that can answer multiple-choice questions. I mean a truly dynamic, adaptive learning partner that exists to do one thing: get you from zero to proficient in the most efficient way possible. Imagine a system that knows your learning style, identifies your weak spots before you even do, and customizes every single lesson, every single problem, just for you. This isn't about replacing human teachers. It's about augmenting the learning process with a tool that's infinitely patient, available 24/7, and has a perfect memory of your entire learning journey. Think of it like having a grandmaster chess coach guiding you through every move, but for any skill you can imagine. This AI tutor doesn't just feed you information, it challenges you with bespoke problems. It uses gamification to keep you engaged, and it provides real-time feedback that's both encouraging and, honestly, sometimes brutally honest. It can simulate real-world scenarios, create interactive projects, and adjust the difficulty on the fly to keep you in that perfect state of flow, where the task is challenging enough to be interesting, but not so hard that you give up. It's personalized learning at a scale that's never been possible before. And the real unlock here is the focus on niche, high-demand skills. While traditional education systems are slow to adapt their curricula, an AI tutor can be programmed to teach the most cutting-edge topics almost instantly. We're talking about the skills that are defining the next decade of innovation. Prompt engineering for advanced AI models, blockchain development for decentralized applications, or even specialized drone piloting for agricultural surveying. These are skills that can dramatically increase your earning potential, and an AI tutor can be your personal guide to mastering them, moving at your exact pace. So what does this look like in practice? Let's take prompt engineering. It's a perfect example of a new high-value skill that almost no university is formally teaching yet. An AI tutor could start you with the basics of how large language models work, then give you interactive exercises where you have to craft prompts to get a specific output. It would analyze your prompt structure, your choice of words, and your use of constraints, then give you instant feedback on how to improve it. It could say, "Your prompt was 75% effective. Try adding a negative constraint to eliminate unwanted results, and then generate a new challenge." This goes way beyond just reading a guide or watching a video. The AI tutor creates a feedback loop that's incredibly tight. You try something, you get immediate results, you get targeted advice, and you try again. This iterative process is the fastest way to build real, practical competence. The system could even simulate conversations with different AI personalities, teaching you how to adapt your prompting style for creative tasks versus analytical tasks. It's like a flight simulator for your brain, letting you rack up hundreds of hours of practice in a compressed time frame, all from your laptop. Now let's apply this to another complex field: blockchain development. Learning to write smart contracts is notoriously difficult, and a single mistake can be catastrophic. An AI tutor could provide a sandboxed environment where you can code, test, and deploy contracts without any real-world risk. It would not only check your code for syntax errors, but also for potential security vulnerabilities, explaining concepts like re-entrancy attacks or integer overflows with interactive examples. It would be your co-pilot, your debugger, and your security auditor, all rolled into one. The platform could then gamify the experience. You'd earn badges for deploying your first decentralized app, unlock new modules by solving complex coding challenges, and maybe even compete on a leaderboard against other learners. This isn't just about making learning fun, it's about using proven psychological principles to maintain motivation over the long haul. When you're tackling a difficult skill, that sustained engagement is the difference between success and failure. It's Duolingo meets ChatGPT, but on steroids, and aimed squarely at the professional skills of the future. So where's the opportunity? It's massive, and it's twofold. First, for the individual. Having access to these AI-powered tutors democratizes high-level skill acquisition. You no longer need to be enrolled in an elite university or have access to a personal mentor to learn the skills that are in high demand. Your ability to learn becomes a superpower, limited only by your own curiosity and dedication. This is a profound shift in personal and professional development, giving anyone with an internet connection the tools to reinvent their career. But for the builders and entrepreneurs, the opportunity is even clearer. The play here is to build a hyper-focused, AI-powered skill training platform for a specific, underserved industry. Don't try to build the platform that teaches everything. Instead, build the absolute best AI tutor for learning sustainable agriculture tech, or for mastering the software used in biotech research, or for training salespeople on a new complex product. Go narrow, go deep, and become the indispensable tool for that vertical. Your go-to-market strategy becomes incredibly targeted and effective. The monetization models are already well established. You can offer a subscription-based service for individual learners, creating a recurring revenue stream. A freemium model could work beautifully here, giving users a taste of the platform's power before asking them to commit. Or you can go the B2B route and license your platform to companies. Businesses are desperate for effective ways to upskill their teams, and providing a scalable, measurable, and engaging training solution is an easy sell. Imagine selling a package to a tech company to get their entire engineering team proficient in a new coding language in 90 days. This is more than just a course marketplace. This is education as a service, or EAS. You're not just selling content, you're selling guaranteed outcomes. By focusing on a narrow niche, you can build a moat around your business. You'll have the best data, the most refined training models, and the deepest understanding of your users' needs. While the big players are trying to be everything to everyone, you can dominate a lucrative segment by being the undisputed expert. The time to build is now, before every industry has its go-to AI tutor. All right, let's get a little more speculative, but also potentially more explosive. Let's talk about the intersection of AI and the metaverse. For a while there, the metaverse felt like a solution in search of a problem. The hardware wasn't quite there, the experiences were clunky, and creating compelling virtual worlds was incredibly expensive and time-consuming, requiring teams of three-dimensional artists and developers. This high barrier to entry has been the single biggest bottleneck holding back mainstream adoption, but that entire equation is being rewritten by generative AI. We are now at a point where you can generate entire three-dimensional environments with a simple text prompt. Think about that for a second. What used to take a team of experts weeks or months can now be prototyped by a single person in minutes. You can say, design a futuristic art gallery with minimalist aesthetics, floating platforms, and a glass ceiling showing a nebula. And the AI will generate a navigable three-dimensional space that matches your description. This isn't just a gimmick. It's a foundational shift in content creation for immersive platforms. This technology completely demolishes the barrier to entry. Suddenly, anyone with an idea can become a virtual architect, a digital world builder. You don't need to know how to use complex software like Blender or Unreal Engine to bring your vision to life. The AI handles the heavy lifting of modeling, texturing, and lighting, allowing you to focus on the creative vision. This democratization of creation is the catalyst that the metaverse has been waiting for. It's about to unlock a Cambrian explosion of new worlds, experiences, and use cases. And this leads directly to the resurgence of virtual real estate. When the supply of high-quality virtual spaces was limited, the market was speculative and driven by hype. But now, as AI makes it trivial to create an infinite supply of unique, beautiful, and functional digital spaces, the value proposition changes. It's no longer just about scarcity. It's about utility, creativity, and the experiences these spaces can enable. We're moving from digital land speculation to a true market for digital architecture and design. So what are the actual use cases here? It's not just about building empty worlds. It's about creating functional spaces with real purpose. Let's start with the obvious: virtual storefronts and brand experiences. A fashion brand could use AI to generate a unique, immersive boutique that reflects its brand identity perfectly. Customers could walk through the store with their avatars, browse three-dimensional models of the clothing, and even attend virtual fashion shows. The AI could even personalize the store's layout or decor in real time based on the visitor's known preferences. Then there's the world of digital art and NFTs. The current experience of browsing NFTs on a flat two-dimensional marketplace is, let's be honest, pretty uninspired. Imagine using AI to design a bespoke, multi-level art gallery to showcase your collection. Each piece could have its own dedicated room with custom lighting and ambiance. You could host virtual vernissages, invite collectors for private tours, and create a sense of presence and prestige that a simple web page can't match. The AI acts as your personal curator and architect, building the perfect home for your digital assets. Let's push it further into the corporate world. Remote work is here to stay, but Zoom fatigue is real. Companies are looking for better ways to foster culture and collaboration. What about an AI-generated virtual office building? Each team could have its own floor, designed to their specifications. There could be collaborative project rooms, casual social lounges, and even a virtual auditorium for all-hands meetings. This virtual office building provides a sense of place and serendipitous interaction that's missing from endless video calls, and AI makes it feasible for any company to create one. The core concept is turning prompts into properties. The AI can design the space, stage it with virtual furniture and branding, and even help you list and sell it as a unique, tradable asset on platforms like Decentraland, Spatial, or OnCyber. This creates a full-cycle economy. You can have an idea, use AI to manifest it as a digital space, and then monetize it through sale, rent, or by hosting events within it. It's a brand new asset class, built on the convergence of AI, blockchain, and immersive tech. This creates a brand new role, the AI-powered virtual developer. This is someone who doesn't need to be a three-dimensional artist or a coder. Their core skill is creativity, vision, and an understanding of what makes a digital space valuable. They use AI as their primary tool to acquire, develop, and flip digital properties for a profit. It's like being a real estate developer, but your construction crew is an algorithm, your building materials are pixels, and your timeline is measured in hours, not years. The business idea is beautifully simple. Become a virtual real estate developer and flipper. You start by identifying a need in the market. Maybe it's a lack of good virtual event spaces for musicians, or a need for professional-looking virtual showrooms for car manufacturers. You then use AI tools to generate a portfolio of high-quality, purpose-built spaces. You're not just selling an empty plot of land, you're selling a turnkey solution, a fully designed and staged property ready for immediate use. The economics are fascinating. Your initial investment is minimal, just the cost of accessing the AI tools. Your primary input is your time and creativity. You can then list these properties on various metaverse platforms. You could sell them outright for a lump sum, or you could rent them out for events, creating a recurring revenue stream. You could even partner with brands to create custom-designed flagship stores, charging a premium for your design services. It's a highly scalable business with incredible margins. The key is to get in early. Right now, the tools are just starting to mature, and the market is still nascent. By establishing yourself as a go-to developer for a specific type of virtual space, say luxury NFT galleries or corporate training centers, you can build a strong brand and a valuable portfolio before the market gets saturated. You're leveraging the power of AI to create valuable digital assets from scratch. This isn't just a trend, it's the ground floor of a new creative economy. So there you have it, 5 big ideas, from hyper-personalized finance agents and adaptive marketing to intelligent logistics, AI tutors, and virtual real estate. These aren't just abstract concepts or far-off sci-fi predictions. These breakthroughs are already unfolding, the code is being written, and the early versions of these tools are being deployed as we speak. The foundational technology is here, and it's getting exponentially more powerful, more accessible, and more integrated into our lives every single day. The future is arriving faster than we think. And that brings us to the fundamental question. It's the question that surfaces every time a major technological shift happens, from the internet to the smartphone. Will you be a spectator, watching from the sidelines as these changes reshape industries and create new fortunes? Or will you be a participant? Will you take one of these ideas, or an idea of your own, and run with it? The opportunity is right there, sitting in plain sight. The gap between idea and execution has never been smaller, and the tools have never been more powerful. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and get weekly insights and deep dives into opportunities just like these, make sure you're subscribed to the AI Prosperity Hub. And if you learned something valuable today, if one of these ideas sparked something for you, do us a solid and tap that thanks button below. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference for the channel and allows us to keep making content like this. We genuinely appreciate your support. And for those of you who want to go even deeper, we have a channel membership. Becoming a member gives you exclusive access to our advanced tools, more detailed breakdowns of these business ideas, and a ton of bonus content that we don't share anywhere else. And yes, because these ideas are global, this video includes subtitles in multiple languages, so feel free to share it with anyone, anywhere in the world. I'm Tina, and I'll see you in the next one, where AI meets opportunity.